Our job for today is to modernise this old patio. It's been down well in excess of 20 years, but technically there's nothing wrong with the paving slabs. They will easily be here another 30 years, but from the customer's perspective, they're looking very tired. The colour's very unfashionable now, so we're looking to give it a complete transformation and modernisation using our Patio ColourSeal product. So I'm ready to get started with the cleaning part of the process. I've got some old boots on, clothes, pair of gloves, and importantly some goggles. If I'm ever using a sprayer, always make sure I'm wearing some goggles. You never know when a hose could burst or something else could go wrong, because on this occasion I need to be using some of the Patio Clean Extreme to help me with the cleaning process. As you can see here, there's some black spots, some algae that are really ingrained into the surface of the slab, and unless I remove them, there's a danger of the Patio ColourSeal not being able to penetrate and adhere correctly, which could lead to premature wear. Also, as part of the process, I want to clean all the muck out of the joints as well and get rid of all the weeds. So we're going to get started now. Let's see how we get on. Okay, so we've finished applying the product. Temperature today is only 11 or 12 degrees. If it had been much warmer, I would have dampened the surface first before applying the cleaner. I wouldn't wanted the cleaner to just evaporate as it hit the stone or just absorb straight in, but in these temperatures it's fine just to apply it directly to the patio. So we're back a few days later. The paving's nice and clean. It was never pointed properly, so it always had soft kind of muck in the joints here, which has led to the weeds and that growing. So it's very marginal whether the joints can be pointed because of the width of them. What I'm certainly going to do is first rake out all the muck and pull out all the weeds that are still remaining in the joints, and then the second thing I'm going to do is use some kiln dried sand to backfill these joints. Now the purpose of that is when they're properly backfilled, what I can do is use the sealer to solidify the joints. As you can see here, that is just sealed sand. The sealer's penetrated down a number of millimetres there, creating a solid joint. So I'm going to recreate that with the kiln dried sand and then use the Patio ColourSeal to set those joints solid. So I've neatly put the kiln dried sand, swept that between the joints, and I'm just going to check the measurements here just to work out exactly how much product I think we're going to need. So we've got 4 metres by 5 metres, so just about 20 square metres, minus a couple of metres for the shed. So on that basis, we're probably going to need 2 5-litre tins of the Patio ColourSeal. Important thing to remember, the older the slabs are, the worse the condition, the more they might absorb the sealer, so you might need to use a bit more, but generally that's not a bad equation. 1 litre covering approximately 4 square metres with 2 coats required. So the important thing to remember with the Patio ColourSeal, it's not a paint, it is a specifically formulated blend of acrylic resins and liquid pigments, which creates a real hard wearing sealer, which rather than sitting on top of the surface like a paint, soaks in, bonds to the concrete paving slabs and creates a real hard wearing finish. So we've just applied that first coat. It's gone into the slabs very, very nicely, really absorbed in well. But what that's meant is that there's not too much so far that's actually penetrated into the joint. So this second coat, we're going to be a lot more generous. We're going to find that the sealer goes a lot further anyway, so we should still only be using that sort of 5 litres, but this time we're really looking to saturate that sand to get those joints really solid when we've completed the work. So all done now, we're happy with the outcome, but most importantly the customers absolutely thrilled with the outcome, and the added bonus for them, which they was not expecting, was that where the joints were very narrow and we've managed to backfill them with the kiln dried sand and soak those joints with the sealer, they've now set solid, which should hopefully keep the weeds at bay for quite a few years to come. So hopefully you enjoyed the video, found some useful information there. Be great if you could visit our YouTube channel, maybe subscribe and take a look at a whole host of other videos we have that help you learn how to clean and seal and maintain a whole range of external surfaces.